Frosty the snowman was a jolly happy soul, with a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Frosty the snowman made the children smile, they say, and were they surprised when he rolled his eyes and he came to life that day. So low, isn't it? I can't sing the next verse because I didn't put a hat on mine, but anyway. Hey guys, welcome to Belle's Bargains. My name is Amy. She lives in Frosty the snowman was a jolly happy soul. See, here's why that happens, because I listen to the music, just put it, and then I end up singing in the key that it was recorded in when I hit record, and I should always sing it anyway. It doesn't matter. What do you guys care? Because this is the real me. Okay, yep, you're right. Sometimes I sing too high as well. You're right. Okay, ready, guys? So today I have some crafts for you. So this is Craft Your Stash Winter Challenge. I think that's what it's called. Let's see. Let's look at the thing really quickly. No, wrong button. Okay, this is Winter Craft Your Stash. I was correct. Anyway, this is brought to us by Tasha from Sunflower Tasha DIYs. And Lisa with Crafting My Best Life with Lisa. So these are two great ladies. I'm sure you've been to their channels, but you know what I'm going to tell you. Where's it going to be? Yep, check down below, and we will have everything you need to go to the playlist and watch the host channels and so on and so forth. Okay, so well, let's just dive in, can we? Because I think it's well, I haven't done a whole lot of winter crafts, but this is by far my favorite winter craft. I actually am just kind of in love, and I realized I sat down to record, and guess what I don't have with me? The crafts. Amy. Oh my gosh, hold. The snowman. That's one of those songs, right? Now I'll be singing it forever. Okay, are you guys ready? Because this is the cutest thing. Marcus says it's his favorite craft I've ever made, which says a lot. Wait, can you see this, you guys? Okay. This is my toy soldier. That seems really loose right there. I think, yeah, I might have to glue that back down. This is my toy soldier. Look at him. Made out of trash, of course. And then I made him a little stand. He's very winter. He's Mr. Winter. You can see the reflection in his belt buckle, cause that's a mirror square. He's a very winter toy soldier. So I just got it. Can I just tell you though, he's so cute. But can I tell you, I made a mistake. It doesn't matter, we're gonna get past the mistake because that doesn't really matter. And I just realized as I'm doing this, I popped this thing out. Okay, anyway, because this is a really good idea. So this is multiple pill bottles. There's one pill bottle right there and then the second pill bottle, okay? Just so you can see. You're gonna see it when I show you how I made it. But here's what I did, and it was such a good idea. I pre-drew out my toy soldier. Now, do you notice the difference? What did I do wrong? Oh my gosh. I did it and then just went off on some creative boo-boo. In the end, I like how it came out. Let me just show you how I made this. All right, these are 2 pill bottles, and there's my drawing, which I think I already talked about. And I was so smart to do my drawing, and then I didn't follow it. This is just regular school glue, but I just put it on there for me, hopefully a long-term hold, but then I'm hot gluing this seam as well, and I'm doing this because I know it's gonna show up. Get covered up. And then these are just regular wood dowels, and I'm gluing 2 of them together. It's the only thing I can find to make the arms with. And now we're gonna start painting this and bringing it to life. So just a regular black acrylic paint, and we're gonna paint the top, the middle, and the bottom. So that's the shoes, the belt, and the hat. The arms are gonna get this silver painted color because that's what the color of his coat is. And I'm just sort of freehanding this, but I mean, whatever you're comfortable with. You could tape this off. You could draw it with, I don't even know what you would draw it with, because maybe erasable marker or dry erase marker, and then paint it, but I'm pretty comfortable with freehanding. Plus, I also know that this is gonna get a border on it. So then this is where I mess up. Look, I go all the way to the top, where's the face gonna go? In the end, it came out cuter, I think, than if I had dropped the face like I drew it out. So this is really, it's like No Neck. This is like No Neck Nutcracker. That's his name. No Neck Nutcracker. No Neck the Nutcracker. Anyway, as I put this acrylic paint on here, you guys, this would scratch off, but obviously I'm gonna put a clear coat over it after I'm all done to seal it up. And so I'm about 3 layers of paint, I think. And this was another piece of plastic that I put on there to top off make the hat a little bit higher. And now we're gonna go around those seams where I hot glued, and this is just like a cord from one of those card holder things that clips onto your belt. I don't even know where I got this from, but I remember thinking, oh, I think I found it in the car. I did. Anyway, and I was like, I'm taking that upstairs because I can use it. So I'm just gluing it around. I made sure I had enough before I started this to do the entire jacket and the belt. Otherwise, it just would have done the belt, but I did have enough. So I just go around gluing all my seams, which this is a nice way to finish this off, right? This could be with like a braided trim or anything, really. I just use what I have here because I don't really have a craft stash. It's just things I find and trash. So go ahead and go around with all of that, and then I have to touch up the paint as I'm going along. And also, I'm like painting over some of the glue as I've glued these things on, because I have the worst glue gun in the world, you guys. It was just a cheap one that I found at Home Depot here, and it's just horrendous. But again, I refuse to invest because I have all my craft supplies back home, and eventually I'm getting back there. So here I just took like a straight line so I could sort of shadow the leg in the pants. Now looking at it now, I was so worried that it wasn't perfect, but it doesn't really need to be because it's like a shadow. And then this is my silver pen from my 22 peso store, and I'm just sort of coloring in the feet. And then I didn't think it was quite dark enough, so I did go back in later and paint this. And I'm just giving it a little design there. Now I'm going to take black on this and just darken that little shadow, like the leg seam in the pants. So just a little black pen there. It's like a gel pen. Glue the arms on, and then I'm gonna add, I think the hands are almost too big, but it was really the only thing I had. I was sticking with, clear and, silver and white and black, and these are these clear little acrylic balls that come out of pourers on alcohol bottles, which I keep pulling them out so I can use them, and I've used them so many times. Now this is like a milk bottle neck thing. And it's black and it's perfect, so I have to cut the teeth off of it, and then we're gonna put it, it's his chin strap for his hat. Is that like not the most perfect thing in the whole wide world? I love this. And then these are mustaches. I mustached you a question. And so I just took one of them out and I sort of trimmed or drew out like the mustache I wanted him to have. I cut it out. And we're just gonna give him a mustache, nothing else on his face, just a mustache. It's super simplistic, but I really like how this turns out. It's almost like his eyes are hidden under the cap of his hat. So I kind of like that. And it helps me with the no neck issue. So I put his, look at that, it's so cute, right? Oh my gosh, I just love how this, I do love how this turned off. I took off his brim, or his strap. I do glue the strap on at some point. I'm not sure I showed that. Now these are the pearl earrings that I got, and I've used every earring in this thing through this holiday season. So I just cut the backing off, and then I hot glue them on his little breastplate there. I thought about doing crisscrosses with a pen, but to be honest, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get them straight enough. And now for his buckle, I'm just taking one of those little glass squares from this wall tile that I bought for $1 here in Mexico. And I'm like, that's the perfect buckle, isn't it? Yes. And so I'm looking at that going, oh, I think I need to make him a little stand. So this is the peel and stick tile thing, but I cut out all the crystallized tiles, and I'm gonna make myself a little base. So I cut out 9. I'm just sticking them onto the cardboard, and then I'm gonna cut it out, and then I'm gonna grab my black paint and paint all along the edges so that you don't see that cardboard, and that's his little stand. I don't even attach him to his stand. He just sits on it. Now I'm touching up a little bit of the black paint, and we have one little thing that we're left we're gonna do. We're gonna give him a snowflake because he's a winter nutcracker. So I paint the back side of it black, which I show you for some reason, but then I painted all the sides black, and then the front I paint silver. There it is, there's that silver. And then that's where I decided to go over the feet a little bit. It just wasn't dark enough, and so, or the boots, I guess. So I just take my silver paintbrush as best I can, but it's fine. This all looks really great. There's my silver. Let's glue him on, and voila, our little guy is done. I love this so much. Marcus came home and said, that's my favorite ever that you've made. Oh yeah, and I'm putting the dots on his jacket, like his little buttons. And I think he came out so cute. Oh, this is where I was painting the sides on the snowflake. Okay, and then we're gonna glue the snowflake on, and he is done. You're gonna have to tell me, don't you love him? So you see what I'm saying? So in my drawing, his face would have started about here. But for some reason, I don't know what happened, but it's okay because he looks like No Neck, the British toy soldier. That arm's on, it's just wobbly. Oh well. Anyway, how cute is he? He's definitely a tier tray piece, or not. I mean, you can just put him on a shelf, but No Neck, the winter toy, the winter nutcracker. What, I called him toy soldier, didn't I? It's a nutcracker sort of thing. Anyway, but he can't really crack nuts. But okay, let's move on. And then his cute little stand, which I didn't glue him to because I feel like I could use this for so many things. But it's super cute as a winter, you know. Okay, ready? So he's adorable. I'll be keeping him, and I'm gonna re-glue his arm because it's definitely. And I didn't say it. Or maybe I did, but I did, Marcus clear coated him for me because this is just acrylic paint on plastic, and acrylic paint will, well, not the white, that's the color of the pill bottle, but acrylic paint will scratch off, so just FYI, okay? And this is the snowflake I just found the other day at my 22 peso store haul, right? Okay, let's go on to the next one, ready? This is so easy, it's so easy, but it's actually really cute. So this is a little lantern, which you can't really see it right now because the lights are on, but I'll put a picture of it in the dark. Anyway, this was a bottle of, or a little jar of scrub. And this, of course, is it's got snowflakes on it. See, it's a winter lantern. It was a stake, a solar stake. And then anyway, this though, the bottom that I have this glued onto, which it fit in absolutely perfectly, was the top of a candle, votive candle thing that I busted and I made my glass tree out of. FYI, if you remember the glass tree. Okay, but a couple things I love about this is I love that little mirrored square and then just the hanging snowflakes. It's so winter, right? Watch, I'll show you how I made this. This one's so easy. So there's one of those solar lights. I already took the stick off of it, but it didn't quite fit in with the, which is fine because the direction I went in. I don't need the little plastic part there to illuminate it. I really like what I ended up doing. So I took that off. And then here at first, I was thinking I was going to use the top as the base on the bottom. Anyway, I ended up obviously putting it on the top, putting a hole in it. All right, so I'm going to cut one of these little squares off. That's the stick-on, like, backsplash mat, I guess. I think it's backsplash. Anyway, that I got for, it was like a $1.25 here at a store here in Mexico, cool decoration store. I did a video on it actually. And I'm just gonna put that in the bottom of this because that's gonna help reflect that light. And so I just stick it down there. And then I have that, and see here I was gonna put it on the bottom, but then I'm like, wait, no, I know I have this other piece. So I went and got it. And then was like, this is perfect because now I can screw that top on and I don't have any of the parts that I have to cover up. But I have to put a hole in this so that the light will shine through. So I don't have all the right tools here, so I just kind of went with what I had. So I cut a knife and just chip away at it until I get a big enough hole, basically, that the light goes through. Anyway, so I do that, and then I'm just gonna take one of the little wood stickers. I got it at my 22 peso store the other day. I'm so excited. They're just like Dollar Tree, made obviously by the same company. They just have a different tag on them. And I'm gonna paint one up all white, both sides and on the corners and all that, because we're gonna dangle this in the center of this little light, and it's like the perfect size. See those wooden stickers right there? They're Dollar Tree, you guys, right? But no, I got them here in Mexico. And then I'm just gonna take a little white twisty from, like, you know, a loaf of bread or whatever it was from. I don't remember where, because I save all those. And it's gonna become my little hanger. So I'm just gonna poke it through the top, and oh, this is for someone to glue this bottom on. I took the little sticker off the back of one of them, and then I use that as how I glue that bottom base on. Look at that, it's perfect. Jax, don't cry, baby. Jax is whining at me. Okay, there. See, I have a white twisty on that little star or snowflake, and I'm just gonna hot glue it here, cut it off, hot glue it, because that's the simplest way. It'll just dangle down. You don't even see it because the size of the star is the absolute perfect size. I'm gonna cut that off, and then I'm gonna add on my little top, which I'm just gonna do around the rim, a bead of hot glue just to stick it on the top there, and voila, this is done. And I actually think this is super cute. It's cute. I hope you guys like it too. Next. This one's like super easy. All right, let's do the last one. I have to stand up, show it to you. This one's like a wall hanging or a door hanging. It's so cute. You'll see it in pictures. And it's a snowman, right? No hat though. That's why I said he can't put on his magic hat one day. Mine doesn't have a magic hat. Anyway, so I'm gonna, I don't remember if I explained in the voiceover, but just, so in the center here, when I put his lights, to get them around and not be doubled up anywhere, and you'll see in the picture what it looks like at night, I put the squirrely in the middle because I felt like that was like his little, you know, like his button area, right? I think it worked out fine. Hold on, I had to hit the button because we have, where's the button? I can't remember now. Is it on top? I have to, so I hid, I'll show you this though. I hid, see that? And I put a little flap in there so that I could change, only I forgot. I can do it through the nylon, but I had to leave it open so I can change batteries on it, right? But, so he can go like multiple, he can go white, both, we can flash, yeah, anyway. So, okay, let me show you how I made him. Yeah. All right, so there's my 3 snowman circles, right? And this light string has, I think it's like 50 lights in it. So first I'm gonna tuck the lights inside, and these are tire rim protectors for shipping. So they were trash, which I brought them home, and I was like, they're gonna make great snowmen. And I had a small, a medium, and a large. So I'm gonna tuck the lights inside of there. I don't have to glue them or anything because I'm actually gonna wrap these just to make them more sturdy. So this is packing material. It's like that super light plastic, and I'm just gonna use it to wrap my whole snowman up here. This is like a no glue, no fuss, just wrap and then wrap it around, and then start the next piece and wrap it around, and it works out perfect. So it holds the lights in, and it also sort of finishes off the shape of the snowman. It made it a lot more sturdy than just the styrofoam pieces. They were kind of flimsy. But this project is really light, by the way. It's so super light. It's perfect for hanging on a wall. Okay, and so I'm just gonna wrap it and make sure the lights are in there. They're tucked inside. So first I wrap the lights around the bottom one, then the center one, and then it ends up in the center there. And I'm twisting them around this thing to get them into a curly Q shape for the center of my snowman. Because then I'm gonna put the rest of the remaining lights, which I figured all this out, right? I had it all measured out, in the top one right there. And this is gonna end up where my battery pack ends up right smack dab there in the middle, so I covered up with my faux scarf, right? I'm out of frame here, sorry about that. But I'm just wrapping the lights around inside. Now I have to go back, and I'm just making sure I'm in the right place, because I have to go back and tape all this off and finish wrapping that off, the second one. But to keep those lights in order, I just take this little tiny bamboo stick here from a placemat that I cut apart, and it's gonna match my little wood sticker that I put on the scarf later, so it all looks good. And it wasn't quite centered there, so I had to cut that and establish where I matched it to the top one. Anyway, so I just fight with this excuse me, and go along, and I'm just putting a little tape there. I end up putting a little hot glue in there later. Excuse me. And we're just gonna get it to sit right there so we can finish this and wrap the top, the head basically of the snowman. And then once I get that all done, I've got to put something in the center to make it sturdy and to hold my battery pack. So I'm just kind of gluing the pieces where they join up. Now I'm going to wrap the last one here. I hope I don't show you too much of this. Oh, I'm just showing you at the joint that I wrap around just to keep it all in place, and then incorporate that into the wrapping of the top piece. This is it. I gotta say, this actually is a little sturdier than I thought it was going to be, so that's kind of a plus. But a lot of it is because there's no weight on this, right? This is all super, super light materials. And where I've put the lights, I've reinforced it with my plastic here. So what I did was I just took a thick piece of cardboard, cut it in a square, folded it in half, and that's going to become my center, the neck of the snowman. I'm putting 2 holes in it because I'm going to zip tie this through 2 folds. It's going to give me a place to put a hanger, and it's going to keep it on there because this is where I'm going to attach the battery pack. So I want to make sure that it's really attached on there and it's not going to fall. So I'm going to zip tie this on, then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to grab my second zip tie, and I'm going to zip tie in my holder. I'm not sure if I do that here, but anyway, I do zip tie in the holder. And then once I've got that all done, I actually zip tie on the battery pack as well. But the reason I zip tied it separate, you guys, was so that I could take off the battery pack easier and change batteries if I needed to or whatnot. So separate from what was actually holding the whole thing together, right? So I wanted to make sure that zip tie was actually separate from the zip tie that's holding the battery pack. I think that makes sense. And then I'm out of frame here a little bit, but all I'm doing is just pulling that and make sure it's nice and tight. So we're going to put that second zip tie in there, and this is now my hanger. All right. So there's a zip tie to hold it all together and a zip tie to make it my hanger. This would work on so many things that if you wanted to hang them, it's just a good way to add a hanger. Anyway, and then I'm just going to cut off my tails here, just keep pulling it because I don't really want it to show behind the cardboard. Okay. And now I have a little lip for actually putting my lights on. So we're going to flip her back over, and there you see I've got this little lip. The lights are going to sit right there, and then I'm going to zip tie that on, and then we're going to go to building our little scarf that's going to cover all this up. So I have 2 zip ties. I put 2 zip ties together so it will go all the way around, and this is what I'm talking about. This is separate from what was holding the whole thing together, because this is just to hold the lights on. All right, and we still have the hanger in the back. So zip tie that on. Now my lights are on there, and now I just have to get to covering them up because I don't want that all to show, right? So I'm going to put a scarf on it. Now, if I had just a regular scarf, I would have used it, right? but I don't because I just don't have a whole bunch here. But I did have this really cool gray, which is winter color to me, placemat. And I'm like, this is gonna work perfect. And it looks like a scarf pattern, doesn't it? All right, so I had to think about this. So I put the stripes on it because so then I can cut the other half. I can cut it and make it the end of the scarf. Like there's a different pattern on the end. You could have done it either way. But I cut the pattern in half basically so that I could use it and there would be a little border on the ends of my tails. I did not cut them up like a frilly scarf. I didn't need to because it works out fine. But it's a little wide, but I need it to stay a little bit wide so I can crunch it around all of this and cover everything up. In the end, I do kind of fold it in a little bit. And I'm just going to use some rubber bands and like scrunch the end together with a rubber band just to make it easier to, I was thinking that would be part of my tie. I don't end up doing that. So I put a rubber band around it and then I'm just going to duct tape that. I think I tape it and I hot glue it later. The back of this looks sloppy, but nobody's going to see it. So, and then I just go to the other side, do the same thing. But now I'm going to cut, make sure that it's the same width. And I'm going to cut 2 of those for my tails on my little scarf here, my faux scarves, as it is, I guess. And again, I'm just putting a rubber band around the other end of that piece to pull it around to tuck that scarf in. And then I'm going to do the same thing with these. I'm just going to crinkle them and put some little rubber bands on them. These are pretty stiff. Like this is like, you know, plastic. It's a placemat. It's like that plastic placemat material. By the way, if you're still watching this, please give me a thumbs up. And also don't forget to leave me a comment down below and tell me which one of these are your favorites. If you're not subscribed yet, I would love for you to become a subscriber. I hit 3,500 this month, I think, and I'd love to hit, you know, 5,000 in the near future. Anyway, so now I'm just going to put the rest of this together. I'm going to get off this thing. You don't need to listen to me talk you through it. But basically, I'm just going to wrap it around and glue it. And I take the final piece that was left of this placemat, and I glue it down and flip it over to cover up my battery pack. Anyway, if I'd had a regular scarf, this would have been way easier. So I hope you like my little snowman here. I think he's adorable, and he's going to be hanging in our house all winter, even though there's no winter in Cabo. All right, enjoy. I'll be back in a sec. Which one of these was your favorite? I do think this is really cute and it works really well. I put the hanger where the battery pack was. So what I started to say was when I put the lights on, I think you just saw it, like I went around here, then I went around here, and then I curly cued up in the middle so that I just went around here, and I ended up with I needed the lights, the apparatus to be here because I knew I could cover it up with a scarf. Anyway, I think it's super cute. These, by the way, are rim protectors when they shipped, they were golf cart tire rims. Anyway, okay. So which one's your favorite? I have to put you down now. I'll go hang him back up. He's hanging up in the house. I think probably the Nutcracker is going to win the award for everybody's favorite. Like, he's so cute. He's so cute. I really love him. Okay, so, all right, those are it. Don't forget to go down and check out the playlist down below. Everybody, Effingham, what do you think? Okay. Yeah, well, so winter, you're right. Winter is something you have not yet experienced. But yeah, winter in Cabo is like summer. It's so beautiful. I should not even tell you that for all of my friends in YouTube land out there in the snow. I'm sorry. Anyway, but I wanted to be part of the fun winter stash, crafter stash. Okay, so what was trash? So obviously on this one it's pill bottles, and then this was a broken plastic wheel thing that I kept part of. And then of course there's cardboard on the bottom of this. And the trash on this was the bottle and this topper thing from the votive. So there you go. And then that, the snowman, those rims are all trash. And did you love his scarf made out of a placemat? Okay guys, everybody, have a great day, great week, a great life. Don't forget, go check out the playlist once again. I'll see you back here tomorrow for the top 5, my top 5 crafts of 2024. So come back and see that. Okay, that's it. Everybody, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Doodles. Say goodbye, besties. Good job. Thanks, Ferdinand. Again. Wait, I forgot. From your singing crafty crafter. What was my song? Frosty the Snowman never moved down to Mexico, 'cause he knew one day they would be, he could not, he can't even play, 'cause he'll melt away to the ocean. That's so bad. I'm gonna leave it in even though it's bad. I don't care. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Until then, happy bargain hunting from your singing crafty crafter. We'll see you next time. Toodles. Don't forget, thumbs up, like, share, comment. Thanks.